My name is Wendy Clevenger, and I am 72 years old. In January, I went down to clean out my basement one last time. Because I was selling the house I had lived in for 47 years, I moved the water heater away. From the wall to photograph, the pipe joints for the inspector, and behind it there was a seam. A straight vertical line in the drywall, painted to match, that I had never seen in that house. I put my hand flat on it and pushed it. Swung. My husband died in 2003, sometime in the 2 years before that. He framed and finished an entire room down there, 9 feet by 11, and never said one word about it to me. There were 11 file boxes in it. 3 months later, I carried one of those boxes up to a podium in a high school gymnasium in front of 210 people and read 6 dates out loud. Welcome back. Drop a comment and subscribe. We bought that house in 1979 for $31,000 in a wheat town in Kansas. Population 2,000 and something then. Hardly anything now. Denny was 27, and I was 25. I raised our daughter in that house. I nursed my mother in the front bedroom for 9 months. I replaced that roof twice. The realtor said the house would show better empty. Everything had to be out before inspection. And she was right. So, on a Thursday in January, I went down 14 old narrow steps with a box of trash bags. I sent my grandson upstairs to the linen closet, because I did not want a 19-year-old holding my phone over a water heater. That is the entire reason it was me down there, and not him. I drained the tank, walked it out from the wall, and pointed my light at what was behind it. Drywall, not block, painted to match, but smoother, with a sheen. Block paint never gets screw dimples in a straight line. 16 inches on center, the exact spacing my husband used on every single thing he ever built in that house. I was not thinking there is a hidden room in my house. I was thinking, my husband built this, and I have never seen it, and he has been dead for 22 years. I found the seam, pushed, and something let go with a small hard click. Cold air came out. Not damp. That told me how long he had thought about this. He had run a duct out of that room into my furnace return, so the room would breathe with the rest of the house. And I paid the gas bill on it for 22 years without knowing. Inside, a metal desk from the co-op office, one wooden chair that matched a set I had wondered about for 30 years, 2 empty shelves. And along the wall, 11 file boxes, numbered in his handwriting. A brass lamp I had never seen before, which meant he went somewhere and picked it out. I turned the switch, not expecting anything. And it came on, and it lit that room the color of a courthouse reading room. On the desk, almost nothing, and the almost nothing was the whole thing. A chipped co-op coffee cup, a cheap pen with the cap off, a steel ruler, a legal pad 3/4 used, and one torn sheet lying face down, square to the edge of the desk. I did not turn it over. I sat there under his lamp for 10 minutes and did not touch it, because I already knew that whatever was in that room was going to require something of me, and I wanted one more minute of not knowing. What here is why this room existed 2 years before he died. This town decided he was a thief. The co-op's accountant found a whole $341,600 gone from the patronage account over 6 years. That money was not the co-op's. It belonged to 41 farm families, and my husband's signature was on the checks. The board met for 4 hours and never called the sheriff. They said a prosecution would tear the town apart. They fired him, and 1,400 people decided the rest on their own in about 9 days. There was never one day in any room where anybody had to prove anything. 23 years of that is made of small things. Families that used to sit near us in church moved back 4 rows and never came back. Store clerks who made change a little too fast. Our daughter lost an engagement that fall. My husband never got another job in that county. He drove an hour 10 each way to stock shelves after running a business with 9 employees, and in 23 years, not one person ever said it to my face. I could not defend him against a sentence. Nobody ever spoke. I never said anything either, because I spent 29 years as this county's law librarian. And the first thing that job teaches you is that a person standing in a room saying that is not true has nothing without a document. I had no document, not one page. so my silence got read as an answer. And I let it, for 23 years 3 months after I found that room. I stood at a podium in front of 210 people and opened box number 1. And what was inside it is the only reason I am telling you any of this at all if you want to know what those boxes proved. Stay to the end, because I am going to read you the 6 dates myself, YOUTUBE package title. She found her dead husband's secret room after 22 years, and it cleared his name description, first 4 lines powerful. He died believing this whole town thought he was a thief for 22 years. She never knew he built a secret room to prove them all wrong behind a water heater, a hidden door, a desk. And 11 numbered boxes. This is the story of the confession he never got to give. Widow discovers a hidden room built by her late husband, while emptying out the family home before selling it after 47 years inside. Evidence tied to an embezzlement accusation that destroyed his reputation and their families standing in a small Kansas farm town decades earlier. A true story of grief, small-town injustice. And a widow's decision to finally clear her late husband's name. Hashtags. True story, family script, revenge, small-town, emotional story, hidden room, justice, storytime, dad's revenge, real-life keywords. Hidden room found in basement, wife finds husband secret room, small-town embezzlement story. Husband accused of stealing, true story, family secret, emotional revenge story. Widow finds hidden evidence, farm town scandal story. Disclaimer. This video is a dramatized story created for entertainment purposes. Names, places, and details have been altered or fictionalized. Any resemblance to real persons or events is coincidental. This script does not repeat or match any previously delivered script in this channel.